Susie and Denise are training for a marathon. On Monday, they both run 3.2 miles. On Tuesday, Susie runs 5 and 1 over 5 miles, and Denise runs 3.6 miles. On Wednesday, Susie runs 4.8 miles, and Denise runs 2 and 2 over 5 miles. During those 3 days, how many more miles does Susie run than Denise? So first of all, let's highlight Susie as yellow and Denise as blue. So on Tuesday, Susie runs 5 and 1 over 5 miles, and Denise runs 3.6 miles. And on Wednesday, Susie runs 4.8 miles, and Denise runs 2 and 2 over 5 miles. So here it is very complicated because all of them, some of them are decimals, some of them are fractions. And to make it more easier to calculate, we must convert either all of them into decimals or all of them into fractions. I personally like converting all of them into fractions because personally I think it is easier, but some people might think it is harder. So it's your way. You can either change it to a decimal or a fraction. So for Susie, on Tuesday she ran 5 and 1 over 5 miles, and Denise runs 3.6 miles. Now, how do you change 3.6 into a fraction? So here, 3 is obviously the whole number, and 6 we can put it as the numerator, and that the denominator is 10. And same thing here. The whole number for Susie, 4.8 miles, is 4. And again, the numerator is 8. Denominator is 10. And Denise runs 2 and 2 over 5 miles. So now that we know all of them, we changed all of them into fractions. Now, what we need to do is add Susan runs this many miles, and Denise runs this many miles. So 5 and 1 over 5 plus 4 and 8 over 10. So first of all, when we want to know how to calculate a fraction with a mixed number, first of all, we must change it into improper fractions. So the denominator stays the same, and then the denominator times the mixed number, which is 25. 25 later than plus the numerator, which is 1. So 25 plus 1 gives us 26. Same thing here. Denominator stays the same. 4 times 10 gives us 40. 40 plus 8 gives us 48. And now we must change 5 and 10 into the same denominator, which is 10. So 5 times something equals 10. 5 times 2 equals 10. So same thing, 26 times 2. So 26 times 2 gives us 52. And here it just leaves 48 because 10 times 1 is 10. And 48 times 1 is just 48. So 52 plus 48 gives us 100 over 10. And now we can simplify it. We cross out the zeros and that leaves us 10 over 1, which is the same as 10. And now for Denise. 3 and 6 over 10 plus 2 and 2 over 5. Now, again, we must change it into improper fraction. The denominator stays the same, and 10 times 3 gives us 30, and 30 plus 6 gives us 36. Again here, denominator stays the same, and then we times it, which is 10, and 10 plus 2 gives us 12. 36 plus 12, wait, no. The denominator, again, we must change it to the same denominator. This leaves 36, and 12 times 2 gives us 24. Now 36 plus 24 gives us 60 over 10. Now we can cross out the zeros, which is 6 over 1, the same as 6. So Denise is 6 and Susan is 10. And if we want to know how many more miles does Susan runs than Denise, then Susan will minus Denise. So 10 minus 6 gives us 4. So the answer is C. Susie runs 4 more miles than Denise.